Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on when you're seeing this. I have quite a bit to tell you. I'm going to try and do it as quickly as possible. We try to do these in one take because we don't have editors. So try to run it through, so I apologize in advance for the mistakes that I will certainly make. But again, I will try to do this as quickly as I can. It's 65 degrees outside today. The Masters is a month away, so if you're anything like me, you're starting to think about the new golf season, the new outdoor season, being at Knickerbocker in general, and springtime being upon us. It's also my birthday today, so I get to do what I want, and what I want to do is talk to my friends at Knickerbocker and tell you what's been going on and what we look forward to with the new season. Last year was a bit of a guess and a bit of a fire drill. We had a lot going on. We made some major changes. That's not the case anymore. The fire drill is over. We got through it. We learned a lot. And for 2024, we are ready to go. The leadership team is built for what's ahead. We've really got, we've had two of the best people in the industry for quite a while. Obviously, in Bill Hook, our head pro, and Kyle Hillegas, our superintendent. And then last year, we made the addition of Ricky Mosel as our clubhouse manager and added Gus Nations as our chef, and things are really in place. Even the staff stepped up in a way that I was just so proud of. They got to know the members, they got to know what's going on, they got to know what's expected of them, and the staff really has impressed me in the way that their service has improved. Even about 2 weeks ago that we had an employee meeting where everyone was brought in, and the excitement even in the staff to get back to the club, to get back to an organization that they trust the leadership and that they are learning from the leadership. It's a completely different attitude than we had last year, and it's just something that's really been a pleasure to watch develop. This video is an example of communications that we try to do. You've already received, Ricky did a video earlier, Bill Hook did one on the golf schedule, Chris Manetian wrote a very comprehensive description of what's going on the golf course. So we're trying to do a better job of communicating. Our social media sites, Lauren has done a great job with those as well. So we're trying to get the word out there. Most of you have already seen and even commented on the social calendar that's already out. The C's seem to jump out at me. We've got camp, we've got concerts, we've got comedy, we've got car shows. So there's a lot going on, and we wanted to get those schedules out to you early to plan your year. The golf schedules and the tournament schedules have also been put out there for the men, for the women, for the juniors. Our instruction program with Nick Bradley is phenomenal. So there's a lot that's going to be coming out. Camp information has already gone out, and the more I hear about camp, my kids weren't at Knickerbocker back then, but the more I hear about camp and the value that it provides, and the specialty, the specialization of the instruction compared to other camps, both the cost and the quality of our camp is phenomenal. So whether it's your kids, your grandkids, or a story that you need to be telling to your friends about why they should be a part of Knickerbocker, camp is really a place to start that conversation. Regarding our staff and our golf instruction, one comment and compliment, Mike Sargenti, who was our assistant pro, and some of you had taken instruction from, has received the opportunity to become the head golf professional at Forest Hill Field Club in Belleville, New Jersey. So that's a congratulations to Mike. It's also a congratulations to Bill. That's one of the highest honors of a head pro, is to have one of his guys promoted. So we still have tremendous guys across the street in Greg Amaral, Chris Simon, and of course Pete Jordan and Catherine and everybody that works over there. But good work, Mike, and again, congratulations to Bill in that regard. A couple of key dates coming up, and one is this weekend. St. Patrick's Day, the family event, is on Saturday the 17th. You should note Friday the 22nd, that's our welcome back reception. We had one last year. We had 140 people attend. I want at least that many this year. So please check the website and the app and get signed up for that. We'd love to see you. The Easter is going to be a 2-dayer this year because of schedules and everything else, both the 30th and the 31st. So again, available on the website. A key date, and believe me, this date is as important to me as it is to anybody at this club. So if it could be sooner, it would be sooner. But that's the opening of the golf course and the practice facilities. That is currently scheduled for March 29th. The green, we'll hope to have flags in the greens, and the range open, the golf course open. Obviously, weather permitting, the place is still very soft. There's still work that's being done on the golf course, as Chris has communicated to you, and so there's going to be some areas you need to be sensitive to. Bunkers in particular, we've got some work to complete. There also is one of our winter projects. There was a new bathroom that is very close to completion. The building itself is pretty much done, but operationally probably going to be early April. So you'll see that behind the 10th green near the 15th tee. As far as the business of KCC, over the winter, we don't close, we don't sit down, we don't sit around and do nothing waiting for the new season. There's a lot that gets done. From a membership standpoint, somehow a rumor got out there that we had lost a bunch of members. Not true. It was a very typical year, so even though we had the assessment and we had the project, membership stayed strong. We've already had good participation this year as far as new people wanting to join, but that's the lifeblood of our club, as it says in the email that you get from Rick Wallace. The lifeblood of our club is new members, and there is room on both sides of the street for us to add new members. So again, that's a story we need to be telling, and there's a lot of strength in the membership. We're doing a major bylaw update, and they have been posted on the website as a cleaned up version that's got some of the typographical mistakes and the misspellings and that sort of thing have been cleaned up. And we've gotten tremendous assistance from John Gonzo in that regard, keeping us on track and giving us a sharp legal eye on the bylaws. In terms of the other attorneys that are helping us, we've got a tax appeal that's been ongoing, and we've also had some issues with neighbors that have required legal intervention. David Oten on our board has quarterbacked those things, but Leo Leyva and Phil Boja have just been fantastic in terms of following through on those issues. And in particular, the tax case with Bergenfield is a meaningful financial issue for Knickerbocker, and so we've got to stay on top of that. And on the financial side, just a cautionary note, the majority of you pay your bills in a timely fashion when they come out early in the month. You get them paid, but we still have a persistent, recurring group of members who get a little bit slow on repaying, and before that becomes a bigger issue than it needs to be. This place lives on cash flow, right? We're trying to do as much as we can and keep the price where we can all need it to be and can afford it to be. But it means you got to pay your bills. It's not fair to the rest of the members, and people accrue some significant balances. So those bills have to be paid. And again, just cautionary, there are conversations on the board of more severe penalties for people who don't pay on time, restricting access in particular to tee times and the tee time system. We don't want to do that, so please, when you get your bill, pay it. And by the latest, the 30th after you get it. When you get your February bill early in March, pay it by the end of March and no later than that, so that we can avoid having to make that a big issue. You'd be doing the board and the rest of your members a big favor if you could just take care of that. Other projects, just to mention them again, the bathroom, Dan Kelly, who is no longer on the board, he's served his term and has moved on, but Dan Kelly and Kyle are finishing that up. Fred Barney has gotten a little bit involved in that, and Fred has also sort of taken the baton from Art Maton with the clubhouse project. David Oten, again, involved in that one, and a tremendous committee that's working there. A significant development in with the clubhouse is that the original presentation that we gave you, there were renderings that were done of the clubhouse, and we had used a firm called JBD. And once the membership approved the project, we then had to actually make the selection of who the architectural firm was going to be and who the different contractors that we were going to employ. JBD was one of the candidates. There were 6 to 8 different ones that the committee narrowed down to 4 finalists. And just this past Monday, although we can't announce it yet because it's not official, we think we've made the selection. So we're making tremendous progress with the clubhouse project. And whether it's the committee for the building or some of our other committees, I couldn't be more proud and appreciative of the expertise and the time that we get from volunteers who are not board members, but they're just people, whether they're attorneys or architects or other professionals that volunteer their time to contribute to Knickerbocker and give us their perspective and their opinion on a lot of these decisions that affect all of us. It's extraordinary what they do for us. The big project, obviously, that's been going on over the winter is the golf course, where there are 3 holes that significant work has been done to. The second hole, number 7 and number 14. A lot of it is bunkering, but there's also been some tree removal, but the results are phenomenal. You will love them. People you bring here will love them. And it's just another example of the kind of work that Kyle and his team have been able to do. Chris Menedian has been a phenomenal Greens chairman and has really invested so much time here at the club and working with Kyle and getting these projects completed. So again, we just need to clean up the bunkers and finish those. But again, we just need a little more patience, but the result is worth it. So tremendous work on the projects. A lot of people ask me, Phil, what can I do to help? And I appreciate those offers. But it gets complicated around here. So there's no one thing you can do for me, but what you can do for the club and what we can do for each other is to participate. It's to come to the club, be involved, be positive, be enthusiastic about the things that we're doing and the things that we're trying to offer. Just like the attitude that we had over the playoffs. People came to the playoffs in the pavilion. There was a great spirit, a great energy, and that's what we need. We don't want to increase minimums and do things we'd rather not do if we could just get members to spend a little more money here. That's all. And not just throw money at it, but we want to give you reasons to come here. We want to improve the programming, improve the service, improve the opportunities for the grown-ups and families, and tremendous variety in what we do. We have an agreement with the Graft Center. We had a seminar on acupuncture and healthcare. We've got one coming up on nutrition. So we're trying to broaden the offerings that we have and give members a reason to come to the club, enjoy the club, be with their friends. What else can you do for us? Speak well of us. Be the best ambassador that you can for Knickerbocker. Our reputation in the golf community and our reputation in the metropolitan area is who you are and what you say about the club and what you do to support the club. If I speak to someone from another club and they'll say, "Hey, Phil, I hear XYZ," I'm thinking, how could they have heard that? How could they have heard that unless they heard it from another member? Because when guests and visitors come to Knickerbocker, they love the place. They have a great time. They enjoy their time here. They love the place. They have nothing but good things to say. So be a little more protective of the club. Tell the good stories. We want to be transparent. We want to share with you what's going on. But use that transparency as an asset so that you know what's going on at your club. But be also careful about what you share outside of the club, because there are a lot of good things happening here. And you know what? There are a lot of not so good things that are happening at other clubs that maybe we don't hear about. And as outsiders, We just think the grass is greener on the other side. Okay, so let's be careful. Let's be careful about that. New members, again, we've had a good influx of new members, but there's room, as I said, on both sides of the street for more members. The value of our camp, again, the more I hear about other camps, the value of our camp, the level of the training, to have Marco, who's a phenomenal instructor and player on that side, to have Bill and his team on the golf side, to have the professionals that we have to run the swimming and the other parts of the camp. It's tremendous. It's tremendous. And now Ricky is coordinating this whole thing along with Mark DeSalvo. So there's tremendous value there. Let's not let it go to waste. Finally, KCC means something different to each of us, but we all came to the same place, or all ended up at the same place to look for it. The board and the staff, we're trying to provide the facilities, the programs, and the service. But the rest of it is up to you and me to come here with the right attitude and to use the place. We're all part of KCC, and whether you're a house member, you're a golf member, whether you just use the pool or play bridge, whatever it is that you're here for, everybody is entitled to get what they pay for, to get what they come for, and to enjoy the place the same. And my hope is that each one of you personally will be more a part of KCC in 2024 than ever before. So thank you. That was long. I apologize for that, but there's a lot we wanted to share, and there's a lot more that we're going to be doing as the year goes on. So thank you.